Hello everyone, I'm Zhiyuan and I'm going to talk about fertility in more developed countries and its influences. The most commonly used metric is the total fertility rate, which measures the average number of children per woman. The map shows that the global average fertility rate is just below 2.5 children per woman today. Replacement fertility is a total fertility rate of about 2.1 children per woman. This value represents the average number of children a woman would need to reproduce herself by bearing a daughter who swells to childbearing age. 40% of countries and regions have a total fertility rate lower than the replacement fertility rate, and half of the world population lives in nations with sub-replacement fertility. The chart shows that the total fertility rate. Over the last 50 years, the global fertility rate has halved, and for the modernization of societies, the number of children per woman decreases very substantially. Up to 1965, the average woman in the world had more than 5 children. Since then, we have seen an unprecedented change. Globally, the average per woman is now below 2.5 children. More developed countries usually have a significantly lower fertility rate, often correlated with greater wealth, education, urbanization, and other factors. More developed countries' fertility rate plunged at 2.8 before 1960, before dropping sharply to less than 1.8 in 1990. Then for the next 60 years, the fertility fluctuated at about 2.6, which is below replacement fertility. Moreover, some countries' total fertility rate slips below 1.5, like Japan and Italy. Once the total fertility rate slips below 1.5, a country falls into the low fertility trap is unlikely to recover, which means that the population structure will soon start to change, according to demographers. Over the long run, especially if fertility continues to decline, the share of population of working age also declines, and that of older person increases, leading to rising dependency ratios. Since 1975, more developed countries have parents below replacement fertility. In countries parents below replacement fertility, population aging accelerates, and the fact that a generation does not produce enough children to replace itself eventually leads to outright reductions in population. On the premise that the mortality rate remains unchanged, the decrease of total fertility rate directly reflects the decrease of the birth rate, followed by the decrease of population growth rate. Then the population size will shrink. It is predicted by the United Nations that population growth rate will be negative after 2035 in more developed countries. After reaching the peak in 2010, the total population in more developed countries began to show a negative growth trend. In terms of population growth rate, Japan's population growth rate has been negative in 2014. In 1995, Japan's total fertility rate dropped to 1.42, which began to be lower than 1.5. At this time, Japan has entered a very low fertility stage. Even if the fertility rate has risen since 2005, it has never been higher than 1.5. In conclusion, total fertility rate is very low in more developed countries. Both population size and structure are affected by the low fertility rate. The population size and structure transition process is very long, So we must grasp the turning point of each demographic transition, like policy adjustments. That's all my presentation. Thank you for listening.